I think Canada's land base is one of the things that makes us Canadian. And I think it's important that we protect our national treasures because Canada's boreal forests represent 30% of the world's forests. And as a result, we have not only a national opportunity to do so, an obligation, but we have a global one too, and therefore we should do it. So the Nature Conservancy of Canada is a national land trust. Since 1962, the Nature Conservancy of Canada has conserved over 14 million hectares from coast to coast and up into the Arctic. The Nature Conservancy of Canada's role in the creation of the Birch River Wildland Park was to act as a catalyst between the Government of Alberta at the time, industry, Syncrude, and the Tall Cree First Nation to create the protected area. This area is very special from a conservation perspective because it's fairly unique in Alberta. It doesn't have a lot of human disturbance yet because it's quite remote. It contains a fairly long stretch of the Birch River itself, which is fantastic habitat for woodland caribou, in this case some of the bison that would come in and out of the park, as well as whooping cranes. And because it was relatively intact and we can connect it up to wood buffalo and some of the other protected areas, it just made eminent sense to create this park.
The Birch River Wildland Provincial Park is a very special place. It is an area that is buffer to the Wood Buffalo National Park and connects the Birch Mountain Provincial Park. So it serves as a contiguous area of protection throughout the boreal forest in northern Alberta, and also helps Alberta meet its Target 1 commitments within the broader Canadian landscape. So we were approached by the Nature Conservancy to become a partner in the Birch River Wildland Provincial Park initiative, and so we worked alongside the other partners, NCC, the Tall Cree First Nation, and Alberta Environment and Parks, to really form the initiative and work all the way through to the creation of the provincial park.
The Birch River Conservation Area specifically, I guess, is special because it's virtually untouched. A lot of it is old growth forest. It is home to a lot of our wildlife. It is home to bears, it's home to moose, caribou. You know, a lot of our clean waters are still within the boreal forest, and the fish habitats, and you know, everything that comes with the boreal forest. So our role was to be able to relinquish the agreement, the logging rights that we had for this to be able to happen. And giving that up, you know, it's not always about work, it's not always about money. It was important for us to turn that over because we felt that it was being used for a better purpose than just going in to knock the trees down. And to a guy like me, it's nicer to see the forest still standing rather than, you know, turned into a 2x4.
It's important to protect the boreal forest because of its unique position in the world as being the largest timbered region. The forests actually clean the air, they provide us clean water, and they provide a place for the critters.
You know, Canada is home to a third of the world's boreal forest, which is a contiguous circumpolar boreal forest. It is the largest ecosystem in the world, home to dozens of endangered species, the Birch River area in particular, home to 68 species of concern. So it's very important that we protect our natural resources as a country.
Our hope, I guess, for as First Nations people up in that area, we see the boreal as being important to us. For hunting, we still do a lot of hunting and fishing and trapping. And having areas like that where we can go to be able to hunt and still practice our way of life is important to us.
I think the best thing that could happen for the Birch River Park is that it's left essentially to manage itself. It's fairly remote. Its job is to be there and act as it would naturally, whether it's through natural succession and those sorts of natural processes that create habitat over time.
You know, Syncrude's really proud to have been part of an initiative that preserves such an important part of the boreal forest and a national treasure for Canadians. We all have memories as both youth and adults that we treasure the time that we've spent out in nature, and we need to ensure that that experience is available for future generations as well.
The creation of Birch River Wildland Park couldn't have been possible without the collaboration of the various partners like Syncrude, the Toll Cree, and the Alberta government. NCC needs that kind of partnership in which to achieve these successes.